I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Louis Amundsen, who's checked in for Kevin Serafin, and it's Richardson in for Grant.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now, here is Nelson. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Randy Foye is on the win. The Nuggets with another miss. Now, here's Calderon. To the paint. Here's Williams. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And how about the grasp they had on the game plan for this one?
You know, I know it's early, but I don't think...
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Knicks lead by 11. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for New York.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, Chandler and Fareed are at the forward spots. Will Barton is out there with Moutier, and it's Embiid in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And Amundsen with the block.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. New York leading by 9. When you look at the numbers for Robin Lopez, Clark, they won't blow you away, but his impact is a lot bigger.
Exactly, Kevin. I mean, he's unselfish as a player, does all the little things. He's not focused on his numbers or shot attempts, and that's a welcome deal for coaches and teammates. He just wants to help his crew win.
The Nuggets trail by 11. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Moutier with the basket.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
There's Galloway. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Out left to the wing. Here's Lopez. The offensive rebound. New York needs to get off a shot. There's the feed to Aflalo. Lopez outside. Inside. 1 on the clock. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Galloway has got 3 assists now in this one.
Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget about the missed shots and get themselves back on track.
Denver calls timeout.
And Robin Lopez, last season, he missed about 6 weeks with that broken hand. But freak injuries aside, he's been pretty durable over the course of his career. Had played in all 82 games the previous 2 seasons.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Porzingis comes in for Louis Amundsen. And Anthony subbed in for Richardson. To the wing right side. Here's Barton. And it's sent back by Lopez. Out to Chandler. Just 2 to shoot. The Nuggets with another miss.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Stolen by Fareed. He dishes it to Barton. Chandler kicks to Embiid. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one comes up a bit short. And Robin Lopez signing a new contract this offseason. He had been significantly underpaid for his production over the last 2 seasons.
And, Kevin, you knew he was due for a raise. 7-footers who impact the game at both ends the way he does are really valuable.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for New York. And Denver with a change here, too. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Good on that shot. With that, the Knick lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Moutier. Galloway, the pass to Porzingis. Outside Anthony. Passes it to Porzingis. The kick out to Afflalo. On the wing, Afflalo. Chandler with the ball. Now Anthony defending. Chandler dishes to Moutier. Screen by Fareed. Hickson kicks to Moutier. 6 to shoot. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Oh, how pretty was that? Used the rim to protect the ball perfectly.
And the pass to Chandler. Inside. It's tipped. And a fast break now for New York. Anthony leading the charge.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
A different look for New York. Williams, he's checked in for Porzingis. Calderon comes in for Aaron Afflalo. And it's Grant in for Langston Galloway. Big group substitution here for Denver. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Reed. Arthur comes in for Wilson Chandler. Randy Foy, he's checked in for Barton. And Jameer Nelson is subbed in for Moutier. Calderon passes to Grant. Back to Calderon. Outside Anthony. Just 5 to shoot. And he gets the bucket. Anthony's got 7 points here in this quarter.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense. How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
The Knicks leading by 14. There's a minute 47 left here in the second. The Nuggets have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Feeds to Hickson. Right wing. It's rebounded by New York.
Oh, he knows that one should have gone in. That hurts.
Grant outside. And the call will be against Jameer Nelson. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
And New York making a change here. O'Quinn's checked in. The Nuggets trail by 14. Nelson left side. He feeds it to Arthur. Inside. Here's Hickson. The 10-footer finds the target. Hickson's got 6 here in this quarter.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Now here's Calderon. Guarded closer. They set the pick. Pick by Williams. Grant. That's good.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Hickson a screen. Nelson outside. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
Gets it off, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And that does it for the first half of play. It's the Knicks. They lead by 12. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. Have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
Anthony was playing great. He's got 11 points and 1 steal.
And guys, really impossible to say where he's been better, offensively or defensively.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's not missed a beat at either end. That's obvious.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Knicks. Porzingis is out there with Anthony. Then there's Aflalo. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Galloway in the 1 spot. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul. Anthony with it. Now guarded by Fareed. Pass to Porzingis. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Tries again.
And guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
Chandler attacking. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Chandler. The Knicks leading by 10. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Pass to Anthony. It's deflected. It's stolen by Moutier. Moving it up. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Greg, you're right with Porzingis. It made sense for him to wait 1 more year. Clark has a lot to learn, but still comes over, as a much talked about player, a much better player than had he declared last season.
I agree with you, yet he'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got a chance to be a really good player.
Yeah, the Latvian had a great shot for his height, and he'll be an interesting stretch for in the NBA.
Good call.
Denver calls timeout. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
And here's Moutier. 9 points in the game so far. Misses from short range.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels. Well, they need those kinds of plays right now. I mean, smart defense generating some offense.
And really, Clark, that's the way you get yourself back into the game. Key stops and then try to get out in transition for some easy ones.
Here's Lopez. Battles through traffic and lays it in. And the Knicks lead by 12. Embiid the screen. Lopez with the block. Anthony against Chandler. Shot on the wing. Can't get it to go. Now Denver takes it the other way. Now Moutier. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Here's Galloway. Off target from three-point range. The Nuggets trail by 12. Barton kicks to Chandler. And he goes in for the dunk.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Robin Lopez. And a switcher also for Denver. Nurkic is checked in. Dishes it to Carmelo. Stolen by Fareed. Barton kicks to Fareed. And stolen by Aflalo. And pushing it up. Here's New York. And there's the call on Chandler. That's foul number 2 for him. Jose Calderon, he's checked in for Aaron Aflalo. Randy Foye, he's checked in for Denver. Galloway, the pass to Anthony. He kicks to Galloway. Calderon dishes to Serafin. New York moving the ball around. Calderon, no good.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Moutier kicks to Fareed. And he uses the glass on the layup. New York leading by 7. Calderon passes to Anthony. Back to Calderon. Nurkic with the steal. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Here's Moutier. Finished off the break. Moutier's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
The Nuggets trail by 7. Screen by Fareed. Chandler outside. There's the triple. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. At one point, they led by 16.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
And Yusuf Nurkic, really a big, good-looking young prospect. He's the guy that took Mozgov's place in Denver.
Yeah, originally Kevin drafted by the Bulls at number 16 and traded to Denver, as you indicated. His sheer size alone, 7 feet 280. That makes him a force on the glass.
That's good from Fareed.
And getting back to Nurkic, what makes him an intriguing prospect beyond his size is his exceptional balance. I mean, his excellent footwork makes him really effective in the pick and roll. He also possesses great lateral speed and quick hands for a big man.
And, you know, talking about Nurkic, I mean, his father, a police officer in Bosnia. According to the Denver Nuggets broadcasters last year, Dad is 7 feet tall and weighs a good 400 pounds or more. That's a big police officer there, boy.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
The Knicks leading by 6. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court.
They still lead, but they've got to do a much better job taking care of the ball.
And guys, points off turnovers becoming more and more of a factor here, and part of the reason why that lead is evaporating.
Nelson, no luck.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me?
Williams with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Fareed inside. O'Quinn defending. Here's Foye. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Williams.
Boy, and for Randy Foye, I thought it was a big bounce-back year for him last season. His points per game were the highest they've been in 5 years, and his field goal percentage was the highest it's been in 5 years as well.
Talking about Randy Foye last year, one difference is that he started almost every game, 78 the most in his career. That may have given him great additional confidence. Who knows?
Well, where I was impressed, Kevin, with his improvement was as a facilitator and rebounder. He seemed to lose his mojo for a few years in there, but last season, I really feel like he got it back. And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Yeah, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be safe.
Clock is at 3. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
That kind of power move has become a trademark of his.
Galloway kicks to Serafin. It's stolen by Hickson. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and gameplay. And the dunk by Arthur.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
It's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
Here's Williams. Puts up the baby hook. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
Now the dish to Embiid. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
And
it's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Knicks lead by 3. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the 4th quarter. The Nuggets trailed by 3, and Denver will start the 4th quarter with Moutier out there with Will Barton. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Chandler in a 3 spot. Anthony with it, now defended by Moutier. Anthony nowhere around. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Here's Barton. Can't get it to go. Good D by Lopez. Embiid again. Grant. Lopez. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
42. And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down. No hesitation at all on that alley-oop. Saw his teammate with the pass to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him.
And he was ready for it, elevated, made the catch. You saw the result.
And you know what, though? I like the fact that he still chose that conservative finish there, just making sure he got the deuce.
Barton kicks to Moutier. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Embiid kicks to Nurkic. Embiid the screen. The shot by Chandler wide open. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for New York.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
You know, adding on to that, we can't fail to mention all the steals they piled up, too. I mean, that's making a big difference. They've really gotten into them defensively.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Zingas, he's checked in for Amundsen. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Grant.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
The Nuggets trail by 3. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Moody with the ball. Denver calls timeout.
Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team, he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Mike Malone as he addressed his team. The game's still in question, but he told his players, guys, this is when it's fun, right? Time is winding down, a close game. This is where you show the preparation and the time you put in. Kevin, we'll see if they respond.
All right, Doris, thank you very much.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Porzingis passes to Carmelo. From deep. Porzingis can't hit. Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Fareed dishes to Chandler. Shot clock at 6. And he gets it to go. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And he sinks the second.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
Moutier kicks to Chandler from the arc. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
That one falls coming off Anthony's feet.
Well, they were sleeping on defense. The defense really didn't do its job. I mean, a little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint. That's costly.
And at this stage of a tight game, the tired legs really start to show. A defense becomes vulnerable if you can continue to pound it inside.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Kicks it to Galloway. The jumper from the free throw line is good.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
Moutier kicks to Chandler. Shoots it. And the shot no good, a bit short.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Avalo kicks to Galloway. Lopez inside. Fareed on him. Lopez, no luck.
And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Yep, and the results on the scoreboard are attributed to how they've been out-rebounded thus far.
Yeah, but in the first half, he was just purely flawless as a ball securer. But that certainly hasn't been the case here in the second half.
Denver making a switch here. Foy's checked in. Poked loose. Stolen by Fareed. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's foul number 2 for him. Jameer Nelson's checked in for the Nuggets. And so here's Denver. A 2-point game. To the left side wing. Here's Embiid. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And he can't get the first one.
And they're having a lot of trouble at the line today. And unfortunately, it's the kind of day we've seen this team have a lot.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. New York's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Seraphin with the ball. Now defended by Embiid. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the shot is good. 6 points for Williams. We've got 1:55 left to the fourth quarter. Nelson outside. Embiid the screen. The feed to Chandler. Lets it go with the 3. The basket good off the assist from Nelson. And it's 8 points for Wilson Chandler.
He's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
There's the pick. Calderon passes to Seraphin. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around. And the Knicks lead by 3.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Nelson outside. Now, here is 4. Richardson covering. Connects! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
New York calls timeout. They lead by 1. 56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. A whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Here's Porzingis. Fareed defending. And it's Kenneth Fareed with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. 50 seconds left in the game. He's whistled for the 5-second back to the basket violation.
You know, sometimes the intensity of the game can lead to brain-neutral plays like that, guys.
Nelson kicks to Chandler. To take the lead. Chandler with another miss.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The drive by Anthony.
This is what happens when you allow Carmelo Anthony to heat up.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're behind by 3. There's 10 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And an intentional foul right there.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
And he ends up making the second, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 4. 7 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What's your take, guys?
You know what? It isn't over yet. A quick score and a foul?
And perhaps a few missed free throws, and they're right back in it. So it all has to happen fast, but it could happen.
And doesn't he just have a nose, a knack for the basketball? He is by far their best rebounder.
Well, he has been today, no doubt about that. His effort's been unbelievable.
So a close game sees New York take this one. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but Clark, in the end, everyone satisfied.
Yeah, you know, it looked like for a moment there the outcome was in doubt, but give him a lot of credit for hanging tough, persevering, and finishing strong.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And this broadcast has not ended just yet, as we've got the award-winning Ernie Johnson standing by here for the postgame show.
Yeah. Ay. Yeah. Ay. Yeah. Boys. Yeah. Hold on. We them boys. Hold on. We them boys. Hold on. We making noise. Hold on. Bros be trying to chase me. Come roll with me in my Mercedes. Hold up, I see they broke, I see they lazy. Man, they money slim, they acting shady. I'm in my brand new car, who wanna race? Girl, you ain't come up on, so why you showing up? Never. I'm taking them shots on my partners, they loaded up. Man on the low, all these I get some material. Hold on, we them boys. Hold on, we them boys. Hold on, we making noise. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, we them boys. Hold on, we them boys. Hold on, we making noise. Hold on.
It's the Pacers. In Indianapolis. As we bring you an Eastern Conference contest. We're happy to have you with us for 2K Sports midweek presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Only one game away from New York here. The Knicks will be back home for the next one.
This is a special matchup. I mean, we got here tonight. Two rival franchises, a lot of history between the two, and some bad blood. So let's just see how all this adds up in terms of drama.
And, guys, I think if you ask them, as far as they're concerned, this game counts twice in the standings. I mean, it carries that kind of weight. It really holds that kind of significance for both of them.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got a Flalo. Porzingis is out there with Robin Lopez. Then it's Anthony, and it's Galloway in the point. Carmelo Anthony, the third pick overall in the 2003 NBA draft, was in some pretty good company at the top of that one, as I recall.
I mean, you had LeBron going 1, and, of course, Darko Milicic was number 2 on that list. But how about D-Wade at 4? A little bit of a surprise, Chris Bosh. You know, all those guys, with the exception of Melo, have rings.
On defense, New York. Redick dishes to Hill. Takes a 3. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Looking at the last game for the Indiana Pacers, it was a loss to the Heat. Pass to Lopez. Here's Galloway. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Well, he's back and playing in front of his hometown, and it's such a rush of adrenaline when that happens. So you're going to be dealing with friends and family, asking for tickets, but the chance to come back to play where it all started and put on a show for the people you grew up with, there's not much more that's better in terms of motivation.
Here's Galloway, following the score by Miles Turner. Lopez a screen to the paint, off the pick. Porzingis passes to Anthony. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he goes in for the dunk.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Here's Porzingis. He's guarded by Hill. Galloway, the pass to Porzingis. To the inside. And again, it's Carmelo Anthony. Anthony's got 6.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Turner with the screen for George. Lopez with the steal. Porzingis passes to Anthony. No good with the wing jumper.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Now, here's George. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game. And it's Hill penetrating. And the wide open shot from Redick. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Pass to Porzingis. To the inside. Turner with the steal. And they're running. Here's Hill. Lopez with the block. And they're able to recover. Hill kicks to Hill. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
And a fast break now for the Pacers. Pass to George. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
I'll tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Outside Anthony. He kicks it to Aflalo. Back to Anthony. And Turner with the block. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Here's Porzingis. The kick out to Aflalo. There's the dish to Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. And just miss after miss right now.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
George double teamed. Inside. Hill.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam?
Here's Anthony. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And George, here we go. Turner dishes to Reddick. No good with the triple.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the defense has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull that trigger. You've got to be in his face and not give him any space.
And you can see, Clark, that he has garnered the attention of the defense here. They are not going to allow him to get those kinds of looks.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it, are you kidding me?
Now, here is Hill. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. The shot by Turner, no good.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
It's Redick on the wing. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
And that's an aggressive play to try to get the rebound. Just a little too aggressive.
And unnecessary. That's over the top. That's doing too much, Greg. He wasn't in good position. In there, and he was never going to get the ball. He just wasted a foul.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor.
And, you know, J.J. Redick has shown steady improvement in his game. He entered the league 30 minutes a game for the Clippers. He's come a long way.
And Redick has improved every phase of his game over every year, especially in the area of efficiency. Shooting over 47% from the field last year. And, Greg, that by far the highest in his career.
Yeah, and in his mid-range jumper last year, just automatic. The turnovers per minute averaged also ridiculously low. Even improved as a defender.
Jang, a screen. Stuckey passes to Sanders. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Stuckey. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the first. Calderon with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Williams. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Crawford, no one around him. And once again off the mark by Indiana. On the wing, Williams. 4 seconds left. It'll count. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Knicks leading by just 2. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Yeah, this is how you can keep a crowd quiet, though, Greg. I mean, methodically score at the line and take some of that energy away from the fans. They don't like to have the action stop and the opposing team scoring.
Indiana trailing here. And New York looking at who they've got. They've got Kevin Seraphin. Derek Williams is out there with Amundsen. Then there's Grant, and it's Calderon in the shooting guard.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it. The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals.
Crawford right side. From 13, he hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And it's a 4-point Indiana lead.
With that basket, that's now 8 of the last 10 points they've surrendered coming on fast breaks.
And they just look asleep out there in terms of transition, not showing nearly enough urgency in getting back.
Calderon, no good.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Now here's Crawford. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Pacers.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
A different look for New York. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Kevin Seraphin. Richardson comes in for Derek Williams. And it's a Flalo in for Grant. There's the pick. Calderon kicks to Amundsen.
A room service dime by Jose Calderon.
And stolen by Richardson. And here we go. Fast break. Calderon's got it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Pacers leading by 4. Screen by Sanders. Stuckey kicks to Miles. It's Crawford with the drive. The good-looking shot from the wing. Crawford's got the lead up to 6 now for Indiana.
Boy, what a significant turnaround here in the second quarter after only making 40% from the field in the first. Boy, for Jamal Crawford, guys, it's been a really good career. Not many guys can maintain his level of quickness after 15 years in the league. I mean, but last season, he finally started to show a little wear and tear.
Knicks trail by 8. Out of bounds. Indiana takes possession.
Not the kind of pass you want to be making right there. He's lucky it wasn't stolen.
So for the Knicks, Robin Lopez is checked in for Amundsen. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Jose Calderon. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now here's Stuckey. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Here's Miles. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And for C.J. Miles, he sure can string together a long line of threes under the league with a nice jump shot that has now become deadly.
Yeah, he doesn't get to the free throw line much, and he's not really much of a playmaker, but he's 3D in color. HD 3D.
And the first one drops.
And talking about C.J. Miles, he was filthy last year. Indiana needed his spark offensively, especially without Paul George in the lineup. Miles responded by putting up career highs in points and minutes played. Just an unbelievable impact on the season.
Here's Porzingis. Back to Lopez. Shot clock at 3. Here's Galloway. Knocks it loose.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Sanders with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez. Aflalo left side. To the middle. Tries to save it. Out of bounds. Knicks ball as New York keeps possession of it.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
Anthony dishes to Lopez. And the rejection by Jang. And the ball goes. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Robin Lopez. Six on the shot clock. Here's Anthony. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Anthony's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for New York. For Indiana, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Now here's Stuckey. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Jang with a screen on a follow. Lets it fly from 18. No good off the front iron. Anthony right side. Here's O'Quinn. In the corner, it's Galloway. And now Stuckey running the floor all by himself.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
There's the pick. Anthony, the pass to Porzingis. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2.
And guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
The first free throw is good. Greg, you're right with Porzingis. It made sense for him to wait one more year. Clark has a lot to learn, but still comes over, as a much talked about player, a much better player than had he declared last season.
I agree with you, yet he'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got a chance to be a really good player.
Yeah, the Latvian had a great shot for his height, and there'll be an interesting stretch for in the NBA.
Good call.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Anytime your field goal percentage is in the high 50s, partner, you're doing something right.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Knicks trail by 9. And the rejection by Sanders. Stuckey drives inside. Scoring his third straight basket in 3 tries.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Galloway kicks to Aflalo. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the half. Porzingis.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Stuckey kicks to Miles. From about 16. No good. Excellent D there from Williams. For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to the Raptors. And with that shot, the Indiana lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Porzingis. Porzingis has got 10 points in the game. On the wing, Jamal Crawford. Poked loose and stolen by Aflalo. And the first half is now in the books. Pacers lead by 7. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Jamal Crawford. He's got 11 points, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
The second half just about to get going here. You look at Jamal Crawford in this game. I mean, he's been everywhere.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Paul George is out there with Hill. Then it's Turner. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Hill in the point guard position. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. Aflalo outside. Clock at 6. Anthony. That's good.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him, but with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
And it's Hill penetrating. Here's George. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And check out the bounce.
Oh, bounce to the ounce. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right,
You
showing
said
him
it,
off
Kevin.
right there. Good move.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
Dives for it. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. And getting back to Carmelo last year, that team really became devoid of talent. In some games, Greg, in games that he played, he seemed like their only scoring option.
You know, we talk about needing a big 3 to compete for a championship, and And for over half the season last year, the Knicks basically had a big half. I mean, because Carmelo missed that half. And when the deck is stacked against you like that, sometimes it's better to fold your cards and live to play another day. And that's really what Carmelo did.
And the Knicks making a change here. Serafin's checked in. Hill dishes to Redick. And George kicks to Redick. He feeds it to Hill. Outside, George. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And New York making a change here. Grant's checked in. Knicks trailed by 8. Calderon passes to Grant. Anthony in the corner. Back to Grant. Calderon has the open look. New York, no good that time either.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. The drive by Anthony. Grant gets a wide-open look. From outside, off the mark. Pacers leading by 8. Outside, Hill. Outside for George. It's Redick on the wing. Tries from 16. The Knicks pull it in.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've showed in terms of creating those opportunities on the inside.
Hill dishes to Hill. And it's sent back by Lopez. Clock at 6. And George kicks to Turner. Over Lopez. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Knicks trailed by 6. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Calderon, a good look. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Redick passes to Hill. Redick dishes to Hill. Left side, George. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
Now here's Anthony. He's got 13. Back to Grant. Plenty of space.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Hill kicks to George. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
And with that shot, the Indiana lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Serafin.
Crisp pass into the paint.
Hill passes to Hill. Well, for Jordan Hill, something wonderful happened to him last season. The breakthrough he'd been waiting for on his 6th year.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, it had to do, and I think correlated with him getting a chance to start games, and it blew up for him from there. Posted career-high averages across the board.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Turner. C.J. Miles comes in for George. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for George Hill. And a new group in for the Knicks. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Amundsen comes in for Kevin Serafin. Williams, he's checked in for Anthony. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Grant. Sanders checked in for Hill. That's tipped. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Galloway. He averages about 5 points a game.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and they'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
First free throw is good. So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. And New York with a change here, too. Zingas, he's checked in for Lou Amundsen. So he gets them both. Pacers leading by 4. Hill up top. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. It's tipped. Oh, and here comes Williams.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. And a fast break now for New York. And the rejection by Sanders. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Stuckey. Down low. It's rebounded by Indiana. Stuckey's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Feeds it to Miles. And O'Quinn sends it back. And he gets it back. Miles dishes to Crawford. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Another shot. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Galloway, the pass to Porzingis for the tie. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Galloway has got 3 assists now in this one. Stuckey into the lane. On the wing, Jamal Crawford. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Crawford's got 13.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Stolen by Miles. He dishes it to Sanders. Crawford kicks to Miles. Miles with another miss. New York trailing. We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter. Porzingis passes to Williams. And that one's good. Williams has got his 3rd basket of the night.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Stuckey drives inside. And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. There's the feed to Galloway. There's the screen. Got it off in time. It's a tie game in Indiana. And coming up, all right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Hill kicks to George. Lays it up and banks it in. George has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Indiana. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Calderon is out there with a foul. Then it's Anthony. Then it's Kevin Serafin. And it's Lopez in the four-man position. And it's blocked. Turner with the steal. Inside. Knocks it loose. Turner with the steal. Outside, George. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Everyone understands the importance of Paul George to the ball club. That's why taking his offensive game to the next level would be so beneficial.
Yeah, he has all the physical tools, the instincts, and obviously he has made those strides. But if he wants to become a top 5 guy, he's still got a little bit of work to do in terms of his game.
Knicks trail by 3. Turner with the steal. The tray. And George is good for 3. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
The first one falls.
For my man PG, Paul George, so much focus has been on extending his range, but ever since he started launching over 5 3-pointers a game, he shot under 43% from the field. Maybe time for him to balance out that shot selection.
Now here is Hill. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Pacers lead by 6.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
It's stolen by Hill.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Redick dishes to Hill. That is good. And it's 6 points for Hill.
And they've done some nice work as we've come down the stretch here in the final quarter.
Greg, you can feel the sense of urgency they have to get this thing closed out as soon as possible. It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Redick setting the pick for George. The pass to Redick. Lopez over to help. Just 5 on the clock. And George with the stuff.
A signature slam right there from the big fella. How many of those have we seen before?
It's Anthony with the drive.
A good night for Carmelo Anthony. He has 15 points, and he's made 3 shots at the foul line.
And you've got to take care of business at the free throw line. Not just getting there, but converting. And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Anthony on the double team. In the corner, Stuckey with it. No good on the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here.
Knicks ball.
Here is Calderon. A 3 off the inbound. And he gets it to go.
Defensively, they can't afford to back off of him that much. You don't want to be giving up easy threes, especially at this stage of the game.
A look from Crawford. Aflalo pulls it in.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up. How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down. First three of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Back to Calderon. And again, New York with the triple.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
It's Crawford with the drive. Stolen by Serafin. Now it's Anthony running. He can go all the way.
And this offensive explosion has narrowed the gap.
Almost happened too late, partner. I mean, their offense didn't come alive until they were nearly out of it, but it is alive now.
Now here's Stuckey. Indiana moving it around. 6 to shoot. And it's Miles missing. Here's New York. They're on a 14-5 run here. Here's Anthony. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Pacers have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. And some solid looks for them. In the corner, it's Crawford. Back to Stuckey. In the corner, Miles with it. Kept alive. Jang, the pass to Miles. Taken away by Anthony. And here we go. Fast break. Calderon's got it. And breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for New York.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
They have, but you also can't overlook how well they defended the rim, as they've challenged every shot and also gotten quite a few blocks as well.
And the wide-open shot from Stuckey. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Clark, neither team with a big advantage here in the fourth quarter.
5 times we've had the lead switch so far. I mean, back and forth we go.
And, Clark, that could rise again before we're through.
A different look for New York, where Porzingis comes in for Kevin Serafin. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Jose Calderon. Now here's Stuckey. It's Crawford on the wing. To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 6. Poke loose. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. Lopez with the steal. Anthony drives in. A follow. The layup off target.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Redick with the bucket.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And, Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them. This is what happens when you allow Carmelo Anthony to heat up.
Indiana's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. And George, here we go. No good. Good D by Lopez.
Well, I tell you... That was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
New York calls timeout. They're down by 2. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hi, Kevin. Derek Fisher was just going over the plan with his team. Despite the deficit, he told his guys, I've got confidence in you. We've had our backs against the wall before. You know what we need to do. Kevin, can they retake the lead?
Thanks again, Doris. Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Jang, he's checked in for Turner. Sanders comes in for Hill. And it's Crawford in for J.J. Redick. Hill kicks to George. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws.
And that's a smart foul there. Instead of giving up the easy deuce, send him to the line.
And he's not a very good foul shooter, so that's a heads-up play by the defense there. What a clutch performer. He loves being in these situations, just relishes the opportunity. A lot of guys say they do, but you can see it in his face. He truly does.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're behind by 2. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Indiana on D. And Anthony gets double-teamed. Inside. Yes!
Those are huge points.
Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
And George, here we go. Oh, off target.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation.
Taking 2 shots.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them the lead. New York calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. 1 second left to play here in the fourth. The 3 from Anthony. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. So a close game sees Indiana take this one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
Tremendous work all the way down to the wire. You were just wondering what would happen next. Major drama, and we saw a good one.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. Now time to head over to the studio where the award-winning Ernie Johnson is with Shaq and Kenny, all standing by. Guys, take it away.